This video is brought to you in association with DUBBY Energy Blend. Use the coupon code GINGERMediaLimited to get 10% off your next purchase. Link in the description. The war between Mattel and the Thomas fandom rumbles on, and now YouTube has been brought into it. So what does that mean for us Thomas content creators? Let's get into it. This video is brought to you in association with 7 Million Bikes Podcasts, providing a comprehensive step-by-step service as well as accessing a range of affiliate partnerships to provide you with discounts on your podcasting journey. For a free consultation, the link will be in the description of this video. As always, when I start these little analysis videos, let me furnish you with a bit of context. Mattel owns Thomas. We all know that. Mattel also wants us to believe that All Engines Go, and to a lesser extent Blubber, is the only Thomas that anybody should watch. But a lot of the fandom love the golden age of Thomas, and if we don't have the physical media such as DVDs, we go on YouTube to find it. And this is where it gets interesting. Said media that we look for is being hit with copyright strikes by Mattel. YouTube is then having to take down said Thomas episodes, and generations of fans are being denied the original Thomas series to watch. I don't like getting copyright claims on my channel, so I actively try to avoid them. So I can understand why companies would be protective of their assets. However, this will also have an impact on several Thomas creators in the community, even going up as high as the Unlucky Tug, who is on 200,000 subscribers at the time of this recording. The Unlucky Tug did a breakdown of Thomas and the Magic Railroad. It was about 50 minutes long, and it featured quite a lot of footage from Thomas and the Magic Railroad, including deleted scenes. Didn't get hit with a copyright strike. His next video, however, was an in-depth, detailed analysis regarding all the facts, lore, and history around the production of Thomas and the Magic Railroad. The video was delayed by about a month because he kept getting hit with copyright strikes, even though he'd used the same media and the same content in his previous video. A lot of YouTube creators in the Thomas community like to use snippets of the episodes or the series that they're talking about. YouTube is a visual medium. We like to see things like that. But when you do it, you're more likely to get hit with copyright strikes, and if you're trying to make a living out of it on YouTube, you're not going to earn any money from those videos. That's why I stick with putting up images rather than actual footage of the series, because at the time of this recording, touch wood, I have not been hit with a copyright strike, or have been able to resolve them pretty swiftly. So what does it mean for content creators that do use footage in their videos? Most likely, eventually their channels could be shut down. That's why so many creators are jumping to different platforms to distribute their media, because they don't get hit with these strikes. Well, that's a solution in the short term. Eventually it will catch up to them. So I personally don't believe that we should use Thomas footage on our channels. Using images I think is fine. But the problem that I have is not that we are using the footage or that we are using the images. I'm more bothered about the fact that the episodes are being taken down from YouTube. And it's not because of the copyright stuff. I do understand it. What I don't like is the censorship and the lack of choice. Mattel want us as Thomas fans to just go with the latest product. All Engines Go, Big World Big Adventures, and just ignore the past. Ignore the legacy of Thomas that this brand was built upon. People love the classic series. They love the hit era. They tolerate the Sharon Miller era. They love the Renaissance. And sometimes you can't afford to buy physical media. At the time of this recording, we're still in a bit of a crisis in terms of finances. And you may think, oh, it's just one series or a movie here or there. What's the problem? It's not just one series or one movie that Mattel's essentially censoring from the fandom. It's closer to 21 series and a plethora of movies. And sometimes we don't have the money to get the physical media, review it, to put on channels. My prime example is my own channel. At the time of this recording, I have series 1 to 12, Calling All Engines, and Thomas and the Magic Railroad on DVD. That's how I've been able to do the reviews that I've been able to do so far. From the Great Discovery onwards, I don't have physical media for them, so I'll have to go out and buy them if I want to keep doing reviews. But like everybody else, I'm also struggling financially. which means unless I start a crowdfunder or a Kickstarter for people to contribute money so that I can get those DVDs to carry on the reviews, they will likely stop after the Great Discovery, or at least be put on hiatus until I've got the money to actually buy the physical DVDs. And that is the core problem that we're dealing with here. Censorship is wrong. Censorship stifles creativity. So censoring, aka removing those episodes from YouTube, is stifling the creativity of other Thomas fandom content creators who want to do reviews of the product or top 10 best and worst episodes lists. It's why I'm trying to branch out to doing other types of Thomas content so that essentially I'm prepared in case the worst does happen and everything gets pulled and it's gone for good. It's also why I believe that we should keep a hold of physical media, because with so many changes that happen, we might not have the original tangible product that we fell in love with. And in this case, Thomas and Friends is a very high likelihood of being a casualty of this. And I'm not okay with that. I love Thomas and Friends. If it comes to it, I will have to buy as many of the series and movies as I can on physical media. But at the time of this recording, series 21 to 24 haven't been released on DVD or any physical media, so I can't get them anyway. So it means that one way or another, I will have to stop because I can't afford any of the big subscribers that will have access to this content. And I don't want to risk falling foul of the copyright guides because I'm a YouTube creator. I fall foul of them, my channel goes down, it goes down, I don't get money, the dream dies. So honestly, I don't know what's going to happen in this little three-way war between Mattel, Thomas, and YouTube. People are still trying to find ways around it. Obviously, I won't reveal those sources because there could be moles everywhere, but it could be resolved with something so simple. Have the official Thomas and Friends YouTube channels upload every episode of every series to their channels. We can go on and watch it. Mattel still gets their money. No one gets hit with copyright strikes. Everyone goes home happy. Maybe I'm too simple or too naive in my strategies or my thinking, but for me, that would be the most logical outcome, because otherwise we risk losing Thomas and Friends forever. Let me know your thoughts on what you think of this little dance of death that we seem to be stuck in with Thomas, Mattel, and YouTube. And to my fellow content creators, are you worried that all these policy changes might have an impact on your channel? Thanks for watching, and until next time, well, we can keep on chugging.